giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
We've wanted Smith & Wesson to make a steel frame. Smith & Wesson finally made the steel frame. We have the steel frame. Let's talk about the steel frame. Steel frame. All right, welcome to the video. If it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Let's get into the video like we were just talking about. Today is about the M&P 2.0 Metal HD steel frame, I think. I think that's the name. It's a long name. Let's talk about it. So if you are a longtime viewer of the channel or not, or just my Instagram or whatever, and you would know that I am an M&P enjoyer, and we finally got Smith & Wesson to make a steel frame M&P right here. So they do have two versions. This is just the regular M&P Metal HD. Then they do have a competitor. I don't know if it's Performance Center competitor Metal HD as well. What that means is we have a steel frame. So the top end slides a little bit different, but the frame itself is made out of stainless steel, which is a lot heavier than the polymer, obviously, and the aluminum also. Let's run down some stats or whatever, or what I did to the gun already. I've had this gun for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Got about 500-600 rounds through it at this point. So I think I have enough to talk about it, and it's gonna be my competition, USPSA competition gun. So that's plenty of rounds on the gun, in my opinion, to have a grasp on what I like about the gun. Considering my competition gun, I probably have close to 20-ish thousand rounds on it. So yeah, let's talk about some stuff. So I'm just gonna call it the steel frame for now on the rest of this video. So my steel frame, what we did here, we instantly swapped out the trigger. So this trigger that comes with the gun is the newer Smith & Wesson style trigger, which is actually pretty decent, but trigger pull was 5.5 pounds, I think. New Apex trigger, which this is the metal frame one that they don't say fits in the steel, but it fits in the aluminum. It fits in this one also, obviously. I shot every single round from this gun so far with this trigger in it. This was a red anodized one, and that was the only one I was able to find on the internet, the entirety of the internet. So I actually sandblasted it and then kind of like polished it up a little bit just to give it a different look, because I didn't want red. That's what we got there. We do have the Calculated Kinetics Paragon, I think they call it, grip insert. So it's a stainless grip insert underneath this back strap that adds 2 ounces to the gun. Calculated Kinetics dog tag. This plate is actually for a 507 comp that I was originally going to put on the gun. I decided to go SRO. So this actual little front overhang thing I had to mill down just to fit this optic, but it's working. I think the new one they're making actually covers up like the loaded chamber indicator that's on the barrel itself. But that's what we got going here. So I have 2 USPSA matches under this gun already, and a few dry fire sessions with it, and obviously a couple practice sessions, not that many. I think I'm going to continue my practice sessions with my polymer gun and then use this for competition, just so I don't get lazy with my fundamentals. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not 100% sure just yet. So far, my only complaint with the gun is the trigger guard. So the trigger guard edges are sharp, for lack of a better word, so they do dig into my hand. So knuckle there when you're gripping, and then also the underside here, I get like this part of my finger here is kind of on the bottom of the trigger guard also. I might fix that. I might just kind of get a Dremel or something to kind of round off all these edges, and then just get the frame of the gun Recerakoted. Maybe I won't Receracode it and just kind of round that off, but so far only complaints with the gun. So it still has a stock barrel in it. If you go back to one of my older videos, I do have a video putting the Apex tactical barrel in my polymer 5-inch gun, and that tightened up the groups significantly. I was getting like 5-6-inch groups with the stock barrel. Apex barrel put it down to like a 2-inch group. This is the stock barrel in this gun, which I'm assuming are the leftovers, because it still has the loaded chamber indicator. You're not going to be able to see it's under SRO. The barrel itself has a loaded chamber indicator, but they removed it from the slide, so I'm just assuming they're like leftover barrels. What I think is going on is they did something to fix the lockup with like the newer guns, because I do have a tan 5-inch M&P that is a lot newer than the black one that I use for USPSA, and that one shoots tighter groups with the stock barrel. This one, I only shot a 5-round group with it so far. Probably could get a little tighter, but it was not that large. I didn't measure it, but at 25 yards, 5 rounds. It was actually a pretty adequate group size for me. I will probably regroup it and like get like a picture or a video of that at some point, but not high on my list right now because my quick group that I did was pretty adequate. This is the competition gun, the polymer one. I do have a video on this whole gun. This is the Floyd's Custom Shop top end, apex barrel, apex trigger, and extended mag release. This gun, I did take a Dremel and kind of round this edge off right there a little bit, so when I grip the gun it doesn't dig in as much. So I wouldn't mind doing something like that with the steel frame. Another thing that I'm thinking about right now offhand that is not a big issue, but another thing that could be a problem for me, not a big problem, is just grip. So on this side of the gun there's not as much grip on the gun. I usually grip kind of diagonal across the gun, and I kind of get my support hand like on this back corner of the grip. Could just use a little bit more grip. I don't know what it is. The same back straps, but they seem more grippy on the other guns than this one does, so I might silicone carbide it or something. They grip up here like I did on my polymer gun, so I brought the grip texture up on this gun. I don't know if it's necessarily needed for this gun just yet, but we'll see. Yeah, let's move on from there. So weight differences, I will actually probably just put a screenshot on the screen from my Instagram. I did have a couple different guns over the past year or so that I was able to weigh. This gun comes in at just under 39 ounces compared to other guns. My 5-inch is, I think it was 29 ounces, if I remember correctly offhand. Then there was the Walther PDP steel frame and stuff like that, which was heavier. CZ Shadow 2 is heavier. Could be a complaint about the gun that it should be heavier, but I'm actually finding it a nice improvement over the stock one, over polymer, so I don't really care that it's not as heavy as the other ones. The recoil impulse is a lot nicer than the polymer, but it's not like a massive game changer difference, but it is a difference, a nice difference. I enjoy it. I think we'll try to get some shots of the side-by-side of recoil differences. This is all subjective. Like I'll probably do the polymer gun first, just so I grip the hell out of it, and then I will grip the hell out of the steel frame, just so you can see the different like recoil impulse. And then I haven't tried it yet, but it should fit. I do have the 4-inch, my 4-inch M&P slide that was ported by Monsoon Tactical. Probably throw that on top of here and just see how it shoots. I would assume that would shoot the best out of all of them because it's ported as a 4-inch slide. Let's do some recoil video. All right, I got you guys over there. I actually haven't shot my polymer in a little while, and I've only been shooting the steel frame, so this should be a nice significant difference for me. But polymer gun, let's get the recoil impulse for you, and then we'll switch over. So just gonna aim it like a rock on the berm. All right, let's switch over. All right, and now we have the steel frame. Just gonna do the same thing, aim at the same rock, and we'll see how this looks. Yeah, it's a very nice difference. I was just kind of like, I know it's kind of contradicting myself, but it is a very, it's a very nice improvement. I really enjoy it. No regrets buying this thing. Yeah. Okay, and now for fun, this is the steel frame with the Monsoon Tactical Lucky 7 ported slide. This is a 4-inch slide. I don't remember if I said it before, but I do have a video on this slide. If you want to go check that out, I'll link that in the top corner also. I feel like this is going to feel really nice, because why wouldn't it? Stand by. Oof. Yes. Yes. do this. Now, just because we are here and I want to get some more practice myself, just from like some concealment draws. So we're gonna run a couple bill drills. This is the target I'm shooting at. Hopefully you could see because it's already shot up. I just want to get some draws from concealment because I've been sucking at that lately. So 7 yards, I know I can't get under a second. This is a little tighter in the holster too, so there's that, which I'm just making up excuses right now. Under 2 seconds from concealment would be sick, but if you watched my previous video about the bill drill challenge, I can't do that for shit. From my competition belt I can, so let's just have some fun. Stand by. That was a 216. I didn't have any dot on that. Everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Charlie, 1 Delta. That was all to the side. Horrible. That was just me rushing, trying to get some rounds off. Let's try to hone that in a little bit. Do this again. Stand by. That was some sick trigger freeze, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Alpha, 1 Charlie, and let's do this one more. That was a 241. The first one was a 216. This is a 241. All right, last one. Stand by. Got 1 round left. That was a 248. I think I threw a Charlie up high and the rest is clean. Let's just go for a head box shot. So the Smith & Wesson M&P 9 2.0 Metal HD is a pretty awesome gun. Is it completely necessary for your shooting? No, it is not. You'll get by with a polymer gun if you want, or just any other gun. I made masterclass in carry optics with a polymer gun. This is the exact gun. Shot multiple majors with that match. Even with the stock barrel, I shot a major last year, midsummer, and actually finished a lot better than I expected or thought I would. With the stock barrel, and there were some pretty long damn shots in that. So Apex barrel, not completely necessary either, I don't think. As long as you're putting in the work, practicing, figuring out what you suck at, fixing what you suck at, the gun isn't going to make the difference. The gun is just a nice plus. Like I said, this is not a necessary upgrade, but if you are looking for a new USPSA gun and your M&P gang, there you go. So I was kind of looking for a new carry optics gun for a little while at this point, and M&P Smith & Wesson was supposed to release this by the end of last year, and they didn't. So I was kind of like on the quest to see what are my other options, and for like carry optics, it's the Walther PDP steel frame or the Shadow 2, the CZ Shadow 2. I'm not really interested in Canic. Shot both of those guns. The Walther I liked better. CZ I shot better, but I don't like the double action, so it was kind of like, what am I gonna do? Wait for the steel frame. We got the steel frame. I love it. No regrets. All right, I am gonna shut up now. There's gonna be plenty more videos down the line of me shooting this gun, so we don't need a long ass talking video. If you want to support the channel in any way, use the links down below. We got some links for some merch and stuff like that. If you want to support the channel by not spending any of your money, just hit that subscribe button, like button, comment on the video, share the video, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna shut up now. Get out there, go shoot a match, and let's make GM together. Peace out.